The idea of genetic immortality is one of the most fascinating and most dangerous frontiers in modern medicine. This isn't science fiction. Right now, science is already touching that boundary. Through telomere research, DNA editing, and technologies like CRISPR, tools that can literally cut out weak parts of our DNA, replace them, and improve human beings on a genetic level. Humanity has already extended the lifespan of mice by nearly 40%, and today, some of these treatments are already being tested on humans. Even though full genetic immortality might only be achievable by the middle of the next century, the first generations of immortal humans may already be alive today. But nature beat us to it. Genetically immortal creatures have existed on Earth for millions of years. One of them is the jellyfish Teratopsis dohrnii, capable of turning its cells back to a youthful state, effectively erasing the signs of aging. This discovery opened the door to a new kind of medicine, one that could heal, rejuvenate, and maybe even stop aging altogether. But the greatest obstacle isn't the technology itself. The greatest obstacle is the risk. In 2018, a Chinese scientist shocked the world. He genetically modified the embryos of twin girls, creating the first humans resistant to the HIV virus. Their altered genes will be passed on to their children and will remain in the human gene pool forever. He was sentenced to 3 years in prison, and the world tightened restrictions on human genetic modification. We've been creating genetically modified crops for decades, plants that survive droughts and pests and probably prevent global famine. So why not do the same with people? The answer is simple, but terrifying. Today, a complete rewrite of human DNA is only possible at the embryonic stage. But the human body is far more complex than any plant. A single mutation in the wrong place could lead to severe disease, or even spread dangerous changes through the gene pool. And that alone could bring humanity to extinction. For adults, curing genetic diseases means modifying billions of cells, but achieving immortality would require editing every cell in the body. Some organs might be easier to grow anew with upgraded DNA and then surgically replace. Those technologies are still at least 50 years away, but the first rejuvenation procedures may appear within the next few decades. And that means this: those who live today and can afford these procedures might live long enough to become the first genetically immortal humans. For many, the kind of immortality that medicine might bring sounds like paradise. A world where humanity no longer loses its greatest minds, where brilliant thinkers keep building their knowledge and skills for hundreds, maybe thousands of years. But when we look at a primitive creature like the jellyfish, one that has achieved immortality through evolution, a question arises. Why didn't humans become immortal through natural selection? The answer is both obvious and paradoxical. Immortal species went extinct. The strongest individuals, the alphas, took all the resources, leaving no room for the young to replace them. Evolution stopped. While the immortal ones stagnated, the mortal ones kept adapting, developing better genes for survival, taking food and territory from those who could no longer change. You might think humanity has already escaped that fate, that our dominance on this planet is secure, that no other species could ever surpass us. And that's true for now, but the world is never still. Climate changes, the atmosphere shifts, volcanoes erupt, asteroids strike. These forces have already caused 5 mass extinctions in Earth's history, and only those who changed survived. From the perspective of a human lifetime, such changes are invisible. But what happens if we stop aging, if we remain the same while the planet keeps changing? Even if humanity somehow avoids destroying itself, in about 500 million years, the Earth will become uninhabitable. The sun is slowly heating up, and one day it will turn into a red giant. When that happens, we'll have to find another star system to call home. Modern technology gives us hope of colonizing the solar system within a few thousand years. But interstellar travel across hundreds of light years remains pure science fiction. It will require discoveries that go far beyond what we understand today. You might say, that's fine. We'll have immortal scientists, brilliant minds who can work for millions of years to make it possible. But here comes the terrifying truth. Adults become conservative. The older we get, the less willing we are to accept ideas that contradict what we already believe. In the Middle Ages, anyone who claimed that Earth was round was called a heretic and often ended up in prison or worse. Albert Einstein once said, "Common sense is the collection of prejudices acquired by age 18. And physicist Max Planck added, "Science advances one funeral at a time." But what happens when there are no funerals left? The strongest scientific groups will control all the major resources, locking out new generations and new ideas. Imagine a 20-year-old scientist standing before a group of researchers who have studied space-time for 1,000,000 years and dares to suggest that the theory of relativity is fundamentally wrong. No one will call him a heretic, but an asylum will be waiting with open arms, and then science will stop, and with it, humanity itself. Today, gene therapy is becoming routine. In the coming decades, it will cure diseases that once required complex surgeries. At the same time, scientists are already testing drugs that extend life by nearly 40%. Each of us now has a chance to live long enough to see the day when genetic immortality becomes real. Or maybe not everyone does. Obviously, the first rejuvenation procedures will go only to those who can afford them. Soon, it will become a massive business, available only to those who pay. But when it comes to true genetic immortality, it will be reserved for a very narrow circle of the chosen few. No one needs a client who no longer pays. No one needs a competitor who never dies. The chosen will need slaves, proving their usefulness for just one more pill of life. We are entering a new stage of evolution. In the centuries to come, humanity may divide into two classes: the lower, mortal humans, and the upper, immortal gods, ruling over the planet, leaving no chance for equality. But here's the paradox. We cannot escape the dangers of immortality by sabotaging technology itself. These technologies will keep evolving by someone, somewhere, even in secret. Our only chance is to run toward this technology, to let as many independent groups as possible achieve it, to make it open. Only then might we see positive outcomes. In the right hands, liberal humanitarian hands, the technology of immortality could become available to all humankind. If immortal humanity learns to tolerate the ideas of the young, even the ones that seem irrational or insane, and create space for those new ideas to grow freely, we might avoid stagnation caused by the conservatism of the old. Even if we never go far beyond the limits of modern physics, genetic immortality could allow us to colonize the stars, to travel for hundreds of thousands of years, to reach other worlds within a single lifetime, and to secure the survival of our species in the far future. But right now, humanity stands at an evolutionary crossroads. In the worst-case scenario, mad dictators armed with nuclear weapons could rule for thousands of years, holding the planet hostage. In the next videos, I'll explore the technologies that already exist today, the tools that could grant one person or one immortal dictator absolute power, lasting until the very end of civilization itself. Subscribe so you don't miss it.